There are three major components to path goal theory, and they are leader behaviors, follower characteristics, and task characteristics. There are four specific leader behaviors defined in this theory. They are directive, supportive, participative, and achievement-oriented behaviors. So first, directive is the telling style. This is a leader who gives verbal instructions and expectations. This leader sets clear standards and creates rules and regulations for the team or the followers. They motivate followers by giving direction and reiterating the process. Supportive leaders are ones who are typically very friendly and approachable. They treat followers as equals and focus on making work pleasant. The participative behaviors are for leaders who invite followers in on the decision-making process. It is important to them to see followers being invited to be a part of the intellectual process to see their goals being achieved. This often has a very positive impact on followers who are autonomous. And the final leader behavior is the achievement-oriented leadership style. This particular leader challenges followers to work at the highest capacity and seek excellence from followers with continuous improvement. And this isn't a negative thing at all. It's the idea of pushing someone to a place where you know that they can achieve, even if they may not fully see it at the time, you know that they can achieve it. This leader has to have confidence that the followers are capable for the challenges set before them. And this tends to be a very effective leadership style for followers who need to perform in an ambiguous task. The follower characteristics determine how a leader's behavior or behavioral style will be interpreted by the follower. Research has identified four particular characteristics. They are needs for affiliation, preferences for structure, desires for control, and self-perceived level of task ability. The needs for affiliation often is paired very well with supportive leadership, and preferences for structure is often paired well with directive leadership. The desires for control, it depends on what kind of locus of control that particular follower has. If they have an internal locus of control, a participative leadership style fits best with that follower. If they have an external locus of control, a directive leadership style would be best. For the self-perceived level of task ability, this is a little bit ambiguous. The best leadership approach is contingent upon the follower's confidence to perform a given task. So for example, if they feel that they are confident in performing a task, a directive approach may not be the best option. But on the other hand, if they did feel like they needed support and clarity to perform a particular task to achieve a goal, a directive leadership approach would be suited best for that particular follower. Now, the task characteristics include the design of the follower's task, the formal authority system of the organization, and the primary work group of followers. Some task characteristics will require different leadership styles depending on the follower's needs in order to achieve the goal. That's a really important piece of path goal theory, is the flexibility for leaders to try different behaviors for followers to achieve a goal. This is where that key element comes in of helping followers overcome obstacles, is in this task characteristics piece. One part that I really appreciated in this text is where they talked about being an effective leader in path goal theory is when a leader helps the follower by giving them what they're missing in their environment. And I thought that was a very interesting piece because all of us are imperfect. Every person on a team is going to have something that they're missing, and that's what makes groups and team efforts so impactful, is that everyone has different strengths. But with that, we also have areas that we need improvement or have what the book calls a deficiency. And to be an effective leader in this theory, the leader needs to help the follower compensate for their shortcomings in their abilities. And I think that's a very cool and key important piece.